1995, Gold Star merged with Lucky Chemical and Ellis Cable on the 28th of February to become Lucky Gold Star, and later on, the company's name evolved and became LG Electronics. You might be wondering what this has to do with ETLifestyle, but stay with us for a while. In more recent years, LG has marketed its product with the slogan Life's Good, and since Life's Good as an acronym translates to LG, many people across the globe now believe Life's Good translates to LG, and the name Lucky Gold Star has now taken a backseat. The same way, just like Life's Good and LG, ET has now come to mean something related to Eminem, and some in fact now believe it stands for Eminem Translator. But how did ET become a channel that has now become something similar to an educational institution for things related to Eminem and music stats in the grand scheme of things? Here's a short story, and if you're joining us for the first time, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. For those of you that have been with us from the beginning, thanks for sticking around, and I've come across some fake stands posing as Eminem fans on the channel, but they didn't take long to show their true colors, yet I recognize many usernames that have been with us since the beginning, and thank you all for the support. Eminem has been my favorite rapper since the 2000s, and I've considered Eminem the greatest for years now. But the reception that Revival received and the amount of false information about Eminem that was circulating on social media was the final push I needed to start producing Eminem content on the channel. Even websites and sources that I previously believed had some reputation before all this started also joined in on the spread of false information around the internet, and hardcore Eminem fans began to doubt themselves and the influence of Eminem because of all this. Mumble rap fans got cocky enough to call Revival a flop. Not an Eminem flop, mind you, there's a big difference. Revival was called a flop, which is false and based on wishful thinking when you have the facts. And to many of these Mumble fans, America was representation of the world's taste in music, which is also not true. Lil Pump and others like him may be the shit in the United States, but these guys have had minimal to no impact at all in Asia, Europe and Africa, so how do they represent the world's music taste? Even before ETLifestyle began to focus on Eminem facts, we focused on facts about music sales in general, and other important stats about several genres of music, but it was until Eminem stats started getting published that suddenly sales didn't matter. The general narrative of haters before the facts started rolling out was that Revival was a flop and Eminem had not been relevant since the Eminem show, but as soon as they realized that the facts said otherwise, the goalpost was moved. As expected, ETLifestyle also adapted, hence the birth of lyrics breakdowns on the channel to show that Eminem songs are deep and relatable, hence the success he's enjoyed for the past 20 years. You'd wonder why a hip-hop fan wouldn't be happy that one of their own is doing great with the genre and assisting in spreading it around the globe, but hate is a human emotion that's one of the most destructive among all negative emotions, so it's not hard to see why some will never acknowledge the greatness and impact of Eminem. You don't even have to be a fan to see it, but facts and emotions don't mix, and with emotions like hate, you're bound to be blind to the facts. Despite the facts and lyrics breakdowns on the channel that shows that Eminem is the peak example of the combination of talent and marketability in the music industry in general, comments about sales don't matter still show up when Eminem commercial feeds are published on the channel. So Eminem's career milestones shouldn't be published because he's not your favorite artist, and no one should talk about it in a positive light because you don't like him. Well, that's fuel for ETLifestyle to keep slashing hoaxes with the double-edged sword of lyrics breakdowns and facts to go with it. Eminem didn't have to start singing Afrobeats and dancehall to go worldwide. He's at the top when it comes to skills on the mic and is respected by industry vets and his peers. So the fact that he's able to sell records is definitely an addition to prove how great he really is. If you're so great, people interested in quality will flock to you, and this is also the case with Jay-Z, Nas, Tupac, Biggie, and many other rap greats. All these guys have several platinum albums, and it's fine, but as soon as it's Eminem, sales don't matter. You don't even have to dig too deep to see the hypocrisy of Eminem haters, but like I said before, we bring the double-edged sword on ETLifestyle, else everyone in their mom's basement can claim to be the best and no one will be able to dispute it. We publish content about music album sales worldwide, hip-hop album sales, and mostly content related to Eminem. And if you're interested in content like this, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching. ET signing out.